What if the Death Star, often imagined as a place of shadows and power, could instead become a quiet sanctuary drifting through the galaxy? Tonight, you are tuning in once more to Night Shift Radio, a gentle broadcast live from deep space, where the hum of the station, the whisper of distant stars, and the comfort of calm voices blend into a soothing bedtime story. This is not a tale of battles, but of stillness and invitation to relax, let go, and fall asleep to the cozy sounds of the universe. Let's begin. As you settle into your resting place, take a moment to notice the simple comfort beneath you. The bed, or chair, or place where you lie is holding you fully, supporting your weight with ease. Every curve, every angle is embraced. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. You can release, surrender, and allow the surface beneath you to cradle you completely. Take a long, slow breath in through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs gently, not rushing, not forcing, just steady, natural, and full. Hold it softly for a moment, and then exhale through your mouth, letting the breath flow out like a quiet sigh. With that exhale, notice how your body responds, melting just a little more deeply into the surface beneath you. Allow yourself to sink, to soften, to settle. Let your body sink into the bed. As each breath brings more peace, draw in another breath, this time feeling the cool air touch the back of your throat, expanding your chest, filling your lungs. Then let it go, smooth and slow, noticing how the release carries away the heaviness of the day. Each exhale is a doorway, and on the other side is calm. With each breath, you step further into stillness. Let your body sink into the bed. Each breath brings more peace. Now, bring your awareness gently down to your feet. Notice the weight of them resting. No effort required. Allow them to grow heavy, warm, and relaxed. Imagine the muscles loosening like knots untied, softening with ease. Let this feeling spread through your ankles, melting tension away. Fetch ma fet. Imagine your feet sinking deeper, like stones resting peacefully at the bottom of a clear stream. Move your focus upward to your calves. These muscles work so often, carrying you through your day, but now they need do nothing. With each breath, imagine warmth spreading through them, releasing every trace of strain. Your calves grow soft and heavy, completely supported. Your legs begin to feel like they are part of the bed itself, steady, anchored, relaxed. Let your body sink into the bed. As each breath brings more peace, bring your awareness to your knees and thighs. These two hold so much effort from standing, walking, moving. Now they are free. Imagine a wave of comfort flowing through them, loosening muscles, softening joints, settling every fiber. With every exhale, they sink deeper, heavier, more relaxed. The weight of your entire lower body is grounded, steady, safe. Now allow your attention to move to your hips and lower back. This area often carries the tension of your day. Imagine the surface beneath you, cradling your hips fully, holding them with care. Picture warmth, like the gentle glow of starlight, spreading across your lower back, easing every muscle, every joint. With every breath, the tension dissolves, leaving only calm heaviness, only rest. Let your body sink into the bed. Each breath brings more peace. Bring your focus now to your abdomen and chest. Notice how your breath flows naturally, in and out. There is no need to control it. Simply observe the gentle rise as you inhale and the slow fall as you exhale. With each breath, your chest loosens, your abdomen softens, your entire torso relaxes, your heartbeat slows, steady and calm, matching the rhythm of your breath. Let your body sink into the bed, as each breath brings more peace. Now turn your attention to your shoulders. Feel them drop away from your ears, the weight of the day, slipping off like a cloak that you no longer need to carry. Imagine them melting, softening, releasing. The warmth of release flows down your arms, through your elbows, into your forearms, and all the way into your hands and fingers. Each finger grows heavy, loose, and still. Your arms rest completely, needing no effort at all. Let your body sink into the bed. As each breath brings more peace, bring your awareness to your neck and throat. These places often hold unspoken words, unexpressed tension. Imagine the muscles softening, the throat opening gently, the neck lengthening into ease. Feel the release as your jaw unclenches naturally, your lips parting slightly. The muscles around your eyes relax, your forehead smooths. Even the tiny muscles of your scalp loosen. Your entire head feels light, clear, and at rest. Now imagine a wave of relaxation beginning at the crown of your head, flowing downward like a gentle stream of light. It moves slowly, steadily, wrapping your body in calm. It passes through your face, shoulders, chest, and arms, down your abdomen and back, into your hips, thighs, calves, and finally your feet. Every part of you is bathed in this wave. Every part of you is soft, heavy, and at ease. Let your body sink into the bed. Kiss. Each breath brings more peace. Notice now how your entire body feels. Heavy, but light. Grounded, but floating. Supported, but free. You are resting completely, held fully, safe in the embrace of the night. Your breath flows slowly, evenly, without thought. Each inhale brings peace. Each exhale releases the day. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to carry, nothing left to think. You are ready now to drift even deeper. Let your body sink into the bed. Each breath brings more peace. If this gentle broadcast from the night sky has brought you peace, even just a small moment of ease, know that you are always welcome to return here whenever rest feels far away. By simply liking this video or subscribing, you create a doorway that will always be waiting for you, one that leads to calm stories, soothing atmospheres, and a place where the weight of the day can dissolve into quiet. Your support does more than just help you. It allows these bedtime journeys to ripple outward, reaching others who may also be searching for comfort. Somewhere, someone else is lying awake, wishing for stillness, and your presence here helps make it possible for them to find it too. Together, we form not just a channel, but a community constellation of listeners, each drifting under the same stars, each carried by the same soft rhythm of night. There is no rush, no demand, only an invitation. Whenever you return, the.com will be here, waiting. So, if you'd like, join us, and let every evening bring with it the assurance that you have a safe place to rest, a place to let go, a place to fall asleep under the watchful, gentle sky. As your body continues to sink into stillness, notice how the space around you begins to feel different. The edges of the room soften, the familiar details blur. You are no longer focused on the day behind you, nor the tasks of tomorrow. Instead, you rest in the quiet in-between where imagination begins to stretch its wings, and where the line between the waking world and the dream world gently fades. At first, you notice only a hum. It is faint, distant, like the steady murmur of something vast and alive. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. Deep, continuous vibration, soft but strong, steady as a heartbeat. It does not rush, it does not press. It simply exists, surrounding you like a blanket of sound. The hum is calming. The hum is steady. The hum belongs to the place you are now entering. With every breath, you draw closer to it. Inhale, and the sound becomes clearer. Exhale, and the rest of the world grows quiet. Inhale, the hum steadies you. Exhale, you sink deeper into calm. Breath after breath, you are carried toward it like a passenger moving gently along a current. Behind your eyelids, the darkness begins to change. At first, It feels like soft brushstrokes of light appearing faintly against the black. Silvery lines spread outward, shimmering, flickering, then dissolving. Soon, stars appear, not sharp and bright as they might in waking life, but soft, glowing, pulsing gently as though they breathe with you. All around you, space unfolds endless.com, steady. You realize that the surface beneath you is no longer just a bed or a chair or the place you began. It feels now like a platform, smooth and steady, suspended in this vastness. You are supported fully, yet you feel weightless at the same time. The low hum vibrates gently through it, into your body, into your breath. You are part of the rhythm now. The air you breathe feels different. It is cool, crisp, touched with a faint metallic taste, as though filtered through great corridors of steel and stone. Each inhale is fresh, soothing, and clean. Each exhale deepens your sense of presence in this space. A corridor begins to unfold before you. The walls curve gently upward, their surfaces smooth and sleek, glowing faintly with strips of pale blue light. They stretch in both directions, long and endless, yet there is no need to choose. The path forward is clear, and you drift along. It is though carried by invisible hands. The floor beneath you is smooth, each step soundless. The hum continues, now resonating through the walls as well as the ground, vibrating softly into your body. You feel no rush. There is no urgency here. Time has slowed. The corridor itself seems to breathe with you. Hail, the glow brightens. Exhale, it softens again. As you move forward, the lights shift. At first, they are cool, pale blue, but gradually they warm into a soft, golden hue, like lanterns glowing in the distance. The corridor feels less like a machine and more like a dream, a place that reshapes itself to welcome you deeper. At the far end, you notice a doorway. It is wide, tall, yet gentle in its presence. Beyond it lies a chamber, vast and still, filled with dim light and quiet space. You step through, and instantly you feel the shift. The hum grows softer, the air lighter, the silence deeper. The chamber is lined with tall windows stretching outward into infinity. Through them, the galaxy unfolds before you. Stars scatter endlessly, glowing in every direction. Some pulse faintly, others shine steady, each one patient, each one calm. Planets drift slowly in the distance, their colors muted but beautiful soft blues, faint reds, deep golds. Farther still, nebulae swirl in clouds of purple and silver. Their light, gentle, dreamlike, eternal. The sight does not overwhelm you. It soothes you. The vastness is not empty. It is full of peace. The stars seem to breathe in rhythm with you, glowing brighter as you inhale, dimming slightly as you exhale. The galaxy itself seems to rest alongside you. You move deeper into the chamber, your footsteps silent, your body drifting as though floating. The floor beneath you gleams faintly, reflecting the glow of the stars. Its shine is not harsh, but soft like moonlight on water. Each shimmer stretches, then dissolves, as if time itself is slowing to match your breath. On one side of the chamber, you notice a console. It glows faintly, its buttons and switches dim, almost asleep themselves. A steady pulse of light glimmers on its surface, but there is no demand here. No need to touch, no need to act. The console hums quietly, not commanding, but singing a lullaby of machinery that adds to the stillness. Beyond the console, you see a chair. It's large, padded, inviting, positioned directly before one of the tall windows. You approach it slowly, and as you lower yourself into it, it receives you perfectly. The cushions mold to your body, every angle supporting you, every curve holding you gently. You rest fully, finally, deeply. Before you, the galaxy stretches wide, Stars shimmer, planets glow faintly, nebulae swirl. All of it is vast, yet none of it feels distant. You feel as though you are within it, part of it, embraced by it. The hum of the station surrounds you, steady and low, like the sound of waves on a shore. The vibrations move through the floor, through the chair, and into you. You and the Death Star breathe together, slow, steady. Calm dot the stars outside the window, blink gently, one after another, like lanterns in the distance. Their rhythm is slow, patient, comforting. They ask nothing of you. They simply shine, keeping watch as you rest. The air in the chamber is cool, but not cold. It brushes against your skin like silk. Every inhale feels refreshing, every exhale grounding. The chair beneath you holds you in perfect stillness. The blanket of stars above reassures you. You are not alone. You are not adrift. You are part of this night. Gradually, the details of the chamber begin to blur. The console fades. The glow of the lights softens. The reflections on the floor dissolve. Even the chair itself seems to disappear, till all that remains is the feeling, the warmth, the stillness, the safety. The galaxy outside is the last to fade. The stars become hazy, glowing softly, then more softly, until they, too, are only a memory. What remains is not image, not sound, but presence. It's the presence of calm. It's the presence of peace. Here, in this space between waking and sleep, you are held. You are supported. You are safe. You breathe deeply, slowly, and the breath carries you further inward. Inhale, you gather calm. Exhale, you drift deeper. Each cycle moves you closer to the edge of dreaming, where the story world waits to embrace you fully. And now, as the last traces of waking thought dissolve, you feel it. The shift, the release, the surrender. You are ready to step into the quiet heart of the night, ready to enter the dream. You are calm. You are safe. You are ready for sleep. You arrive at nightfall on the edge of a quiet village, where lanterns sway above cobblestone paths, and the air carries the comfort of wood smoke and bread cooling on windowsills. Houses stone-walled and low, with straw-thatched roofs dressed shoulder to shoulder like old friends, their small windows glowing amber in the dusk. Somewhere out of sight, a fountain sings its patient song into a shallow basin, water folding over stone with the kind of rhythm that makes thoughts slow and soften. A cat stretches along a gatepost, blinking once in friendly recognition before tucking into a warm curl. You stand still long enough to feel the hush settle around you. The mild breeze moving through herb bundles hung to dry beneath ease rosemary. Lavender time blending into an evening perfume that makes the heart unspool and rest. You begin along the lane, stepping lightly over stones that have been polished by many feet and many seasons. The lanterns tremble faintly when the wind passes. Their golden halos drift across doors and shutters, painting gentle honeyed shapes that shift and fade. Far down the street, a bell chimes the hour in a tone so soft and round it seems as if the night itself is speaking. A wooden bench sits beneath a pear tree with leaves that whisper in the breeze. You linger there for a moment, and the leaves answer your stillness with a sibilant lullaby. When you rise again, the path carries you past the well-lit rope neatly coiled, its bucket beaded with dewand, onward toward a lone cottage at the village edge. The cozy cabin waits beneath a great oak whose broad branches shelter the roof like a guardian hand. Light pools warmly in the windows. A faint ribbon of smoke lifts from the chimney and dissolves among the stars. The porch boards greet you with a soft creak that says, "You are welcome." Inside, a small fire keeps a steady hearth, not roaring, not crackling too brightly, simply glowing with patient embers. The room is all gentle textures, thick woven rug underfoot, Smooth wooden shelves lined with jars of dried petals and curled leaves, bowls of river stones that look wet even when dry. By the fire, a deep chair with a knitted throw waits as though it knew you were coming. A clay mug sits on a low table beside it, steam lifting in delicate spirals. You hold the cup and breathe in the quiet sweetness of chamomile and a whisper of honey. Warmth spreading through your hands, then your chest, then outward until your fingertips feel like small lanterns of their own. Time in the cabin is elastic. It stretches comfortably until the fire settles and the shadows along the beams soften into calm. You sink into the chair and it rises to meet you with perfect support. Your breath and the fire find the same slow tempo. Somewhere outside, the oak lets a leaf go, and it lands with the hushed sound of a secret returning to earth. Lenya. Stand to leave. The door cooperates with a gentle latch, and the porch opens again to the cool night where the scent of pine and damp earth feels new and ancient at once. Beyond the cottage, a forest path begins. Lanterns on simple posts guide you to its threshold, and then stand watch as you step onto a floor of pine needles, moss, and soft soil. The air under the trees is cool, touched with the green clarity of resin and the mineral breath of stones that sleep beneath roots. Branches arch over the trail, making a high vaulted ceiling where starlight arrives in sifted strands. Your steps make a plush, forgiving sound. The path thanks you for walking gently. In the near distance, water speaks burbling low over stones. As a small stream drifts along its patient course, you approach the water and kneel to meet it. It is clear enough to mirror the moon in little moving pieces. You cup your hands and catch a moment of chilled silk as the stream slips through your fingers and returns to its way. Birdsong in the forest is not the chatter of morning, but the thoughtful notes of night birds' view, spaced, soft sewn into the hush like bright beads on a dark cloth. Somewhere, leaves a plod of friendly gust, then settle. You follow the path as it unwinds into a glade where fireflies knit a slow constellation of their own among the grasses. Their light is tender, patient, blinking at a tempo that encourages the body to follow. A lone bench keeps company with a low ring of stones. You sit, and the glade becomes a listening room. The stream, the wind and fern, the small nocturne of sleeping creatures each sound distinct and somehow also one thing. On the far side of the clearing, an old gate leans open onto an ancient garden. The gate's wood is silvered with time. Teeth, hinges protest quietly and then forgive the moment. The garden beyond is calm as a held breath. Stone paths wind between square beds, edged with herbs and low-flowering shrubs that glow like soft lamps beneath the moon. In the center, a circular basin collects a slender thread of water that arrives from a spout, carved like a leaf. The water lands with a sound that feels like a sentence, ending in a period full of assurance and rest. Lily pads float in the basin and still hold coins of moonlight. A fish turns beneath them, more a shadow than a shape, a peaceful question asked and answered at once. A sundial, retired for the night, accepts the cool and remembers the warmth. A bamboo chime taps once and then remains as quiet as a kindly thought. You stroll the garden slowly, as if reading a favorite poem by tracing each line with your fingertip. The plants attend your presence with their patient fragrances, the peppery green of arugula gone to flower, the buttery breath of chamomile, the whisper clean of mint. A stone bench waits beneath an arbor. When you rest there, the weave of branches above offers you a lattice of sky. Ideas wander in, yawn, and nap. When you rise, you take the garden's softness with you, like a shawl. A path of gentle switchbacks guides you upward into thinner air, where the scent of cedar and cold stone joins the evening's palette. The stars grow more numerous as the trees step back to let you see them. The moon seems closer, not brighter, but more companionable. The mountain inn announces itself with lamplight at the eaves and a roofline that has learned the language of snow. Its stones were set with good hands long ago. Its door invites with a smooth brass pool that has gathered the shine of many grateful palms. Inside, the inn offers warmth that is less a temperature and more a mood, kind of calm that accumulates where people have spent many winters sitting by the same hearth. The lobby is a study in kindness. Low beams, simple tables, quilts folded neatly on a wooden trunk, a bowl of pears lapped as if to say, there is always enough. The fireplace here speaks with a soft cedar crackle. The flames move as if unspooling thin ribbons of light. You pour yourself a cup of spiced cider that breathes cinnamon and star anise into the air. The first sip is a door that opens to a room called quiet. Upstairs, a small room waits, bed neatly turned down. A window framing a mountain shoulder where firs stand like thoughts that always know what to do. You sit on the edge of the bed and let the mattress announce its steady welcome. Your shoulders say thank you without words. You do not need to stay long. Rest collects quickly in places built for it. When you leave, the mountain lets you down as gently as it lifted you. A slope, a shoulder of rock, then a set of old steps, and finally a low door with a brass plate that reads, Library. The door yields to light pressure and reveals a hall of books that smell of linen and dust and pepper and time. The shelves run high and hold spines stamped in gold and inked by hand. The hush here is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of listening. You move through aisles where each book feels awake even while it rests. Some hum like cats. Some breathe like sleeping. Violins. In a corner, a reading nook waits with a tufted settee and a lamp under an amber shade. You sit, and a cushion remembers 100 readers and makes room for you with perfect tact. A slim volume lies open on the table. Its script is rounded, slow, and generous. You read a few lines and realize the book knows who you are, not your name or history, but your pulse, your need for gentleness, your wish to be reminded that the world can be soft. You close the book and keep what it gave you anyway. At a nearby window, a moth folds its paper wings and rests. The lamp's halo collects in the glass with a reflection of your face softened almost to a watercolor. In a glass case, a map of constellations has been embroidered on indigo cloth. The stitches glitter like frost. You run your eyes along the threads and feel your breath adopt their slow geometry. The library's back door opens to a salt-tinged evening and a path laid with flat stones that have learned the way to the shore. The sea begins as a whisper that you recognize before you can hear it. It becomes a hush that overtakes all other sounds with kindness. A lighthouse stands ahead, its stone warmed by memory, its ironwork honest, its windows repeating the sky. The beam turns with a confidence that asks nothing and returns sweeping, sweeping again, keeping time for the sleeping ocean. The door opens easily. The stairs climb in slow spirals that invite rather than challenge. At the top, the lantern room glows with the patience of glass and brass. The big lens floats in its bath of light and does the old, important work without fuss below the lantern room. A small keeper's room offers a chair by a round window and a narrow bed made wider by a folded wool blanket. You sit and let the windows serve you a sky that barely moves, a band of silver where the sea meets the dark, a cluster of stars where the night meets forever. The beam passes, your face warms, it moves on, your face cools. The ocean draws a line, erases it, draws it again. If there are birds, they are sleeping with their heads turned backward and their feet knotted in the patience of rope. The room tastes faintly of salt and old books. Somewhere, a kettle thinks about boiling and then decides not to. You lie down on the narrow bed and discover that the blanket is exactly the right weight, not heavy enough to claim you, not light enough to forget you, perfect for the quiet labor of keeping. The mattress greets your shoulder, your hip, your knee, then your heel, and says, "I will learn you as you are." A little night breeze comes through a cracked window and makes a low hum in the glass. The beam moves on. The room breathes. The sea writes the letter S again and again on the rocks and never sends it. Rest here. Stay as long as you like, in a place where nothing will hurry you and nothing will be asked. The village lanterns still glow. In memory, the cabin keeps its ember warm. The forest shelters your last careful steps. The garden tends its cool basin and the lily pads that hold coins of moonlight. The inn waits with spare quilts and an extra cup. The library keeps your chair. The lighthouse gives you the simplest truth any light can tell. I am here, and I turn, and I keep watch, okay? In this sequence of places, each one a quiet vow in the sentence of the night. You are free to breathe the whole line and let it end where endings feel like beginning again. The air at the window moves in a way that proves the world is big and gentle. The sea keeps its almost silence. The lamp on the small table size once as if relieved to be exactly this bright and no brighter. Okay. You let the blanket convince your limbs they can be forever still. Breath becomes tide. Tide becomes breath. Do not decide to close your eyes any more than a harbor decides to hold the water that has always belonged to it. Outside, the beam turns and turns. Inside, the room unnots like a calm hand. If there is a clock, it is one that believes in circles, not numbers. If there is a thought, it arrives barefoot and leaves its shoes neatly by the door. You remember, without trying, how the fountain sounded in the village. It's a simple grammar of falling water punctuating the dark with confidence. You recall how the tea in the cabin traveled from your palm to your chest like a small sun moving along a familiar path. You pictured the forest path where the stream slid through your open hands as if it had always planned to. You see again the garden's single fish turning under Lily Lisa, not a period in invitation to pause. You feel the end's featherbed nodding to your bones. The library's lamp warming the curve of your cheek. The lighthouse's glass singing in. A key only waves, remember? These are not places you left. They are rooms you carry now. The chair by the window will hold you if you wish to sit longer. And the bed will keep you if you wish to close your eyes. Either way, the same promise waits. Nothing needs doing. Nothing needs fixing. Nothing needs naming. The world, like the lens above you, will go on turning slowly, soundly, exactly as much as is necessary and not a degree more. Your part is to be here and to allow the here to become the softest there you have ever known. Somewhere far away, bells may be counting time, but their numbers cannot reach you. Somewhere very near, a small current of air may move the curtain. An inch, a half inch, then rest. The beam passes. The sea signs its letter again. The wool blanket learns the shape of your breath and decides to stay. You let go of the list of things that once seemed important, and they are glad to have been let go. You let go of letting go. What remains is the warm grammar of now. If sleep approaches like a cat, let it circle you twice and choose the hollow of your ribs for a pillow. If it approaches like fog, let it climb the stairs and lie along the floorboards and spill into your hands with a clean scent of sky. If it comes like a tide, let it reach your ankles, your knees, your hips, your heart, and lift you until your ribs are boats and your breathing is a harbor light. In any language and all of them, the night says the same thing. You may rest. And so you do on the village bench beneath the pear tree, in the cabin's deep chair, on the forest's mossy step, in the garden's stone cooling seat, at the ends, quilted edge in the library's tufted nook, and, at last, in the lighthouse keeper's narrow bed, where the broad, kind world is distilled to three faithful sounds: the turning light, the padded hush of waves, and the long, unbroken syllable of your breath. The journey has unfolded slowly, carrying you through gentle places of rest and quiet wonder. And now it begins to soften, to draw inward, to bring you back to the stillness that has always been waiting. The path no longer stretches outward. It curves gently, like a river returning to its source, and you follow without effort, without question. Your body feels heavier now, your mind lighter. The night holds you completely, and the time for wandering shifts into the time for deep rest. Here, the final setting waits. It does not rush you. It simply opens its arms when you are ready, and you are ready now. Perhaps it is a soft bed, sheets turned back, pillows full and steady, the kind that rise to meet you, not the kind you must mold. Perhaps it is a train berth, swaying ever so slightly with the rhythm of iron wheels, the hum of rails steady and infinite, a lullaby that seems as old as time. Or perhaps it is a great chair before a low fire, the flames glowing not brightly but warmly, embers folding wood into small waves of gold. However it comes to you, this place feels as though it was designed only for you, and it has been waiting patiently for you to arrive. You lower yourself into it now. The bed, the berth, the chair, each one is perfect. It holds you in balance, neither too soft nor too firm, meeting your body in every place it seeks support. The blanket drapes over you like a cloud, with weight, grounding you, yet freeing you. The air around you is still touched with the faint perfume of wood smoke, of linen warmed by the day, of night air slipping through a half-open window. All is calm. All is well. The fire hums in its own low voice, a sound that feels less like crackling and more like breathing. The stars beyond the window keep their quiet vigil, each one steady, patient, content to shine for as long as you need them. The night has no urgency. It has no expectation. It is only here to carry you into peace. Let go, drift deeper. You are safe. You recall the village where lanterns swayed above cobblestones, their lights spilling in golden circles onto cool stone. You see it again for a moment. The cat curled on a gatepost, the well standing in silence, the gentle bell that chimed the hour. But the images fade as soon as they arrive, leaving only the warmth of belonging, the feeling that you are always welcome. All is calm, all is well. You remember the cabin too, with its fire glowing in the hearth, the deep chair by the flames, the clay mug waiting with tea sweetened by honey. You hold the memory for a moment, the steam curling upward, the shadows dancing on the wall, the rug soft beneath your feet. And then, like mist, it drifts away, leaving only comfort, leaving only ease. Let go, drift deeper. You are safe. The forest path returns in fragments, the pine needles beneath your feet, the silver threads of starlight weaving through the high branches, the sound of water moving over smooth stones. You can almost feel the coolness of the stream as it slipped through your fingers, but now it is only a sensation, only a softness within you. The forest remains, but as a dream, as a memory, as a comfort. All is calm, all is well. Garden's fountain sings, faintly still, a quiet trickle beneath the moon. You see, again, the lily pads glowing, the fish turning beneath them, the sundial sleeping. But it is far away now, fading, as if it is content to remain only in your memory. It leaves behind, not sight, not sound, but peace, the kind of peace that stays even when the garden itself dissolves into night. Let go, drift deeper. You are safe. The mountain lingers too, its beams, its folded quilts, its hearth with cedar burning. You remember the cup of cider warming your hands, the snowflakes falling beyond the window, a bit it fades. The warmth does not, The warmth remains. All is calm. All is well. The library stays a little longer, as libraries always do. Shelves high and humming, lamps glowing amber, a chair tucked into a reading nook. You remember the feel of the book that knew you, that spoke softly to your pulse. You close it again, and it too fades, leaving behind only the knowledge that words can soothe, that silence can hum, that light can listen, and then the lighthouse sit, steady beam, its view of the endless sea, its stone steps, and its woolen blanket trains just long enough to remind you of the ocean's hush, for it drifts away like the tide leaving the shore. But the hush remains. It lingers in your breath. All is calm. All is well. Let go. Drift deeper. You are safe. Each place has gone now. Each has dissolved back into the night. But they have left you something greater than memory. They have left you their essence, the lantern's glow, the chair's embrace, the stream's cool song, the garden's peace, the inn's warmth, the library's hum, the lighthouse's watch. They all exist now within you, folded gently into your rest. The fire before you lowers into embers, glowing steadily. The air cools by just a breath, brushing against your skin like silk. The stars outside lean a little closer, as though they want to reassure you one last time. All is calm. All is well. Your breath has become the tide now. Inhale, the sea rises. Exhale, the sea falls. Inhale.com fills you. Exhale, release, empties you. Each cycle is slower than the last, okay? Each cycle draws you closer to the edge of sleep. The body is heavy now, impossibly heavy, yet it feels lighter than ever. Your arms no longer wish to move. Your legs no longer wish to shift. Your shoulders are loose, your jaw unknotted, your eyes soft and still. Even though itself has grown slow, as though it has put down its bags and chosen to stay the night here too. All is calm, all is well. Let go. Drift deeper. You are safe. Time no longer measures itself. There are no minutes. There are no hours. There's only this steady rhythm, this steady breath, this steady warmth that surrounds you. You are not drifting forward. You are not drifting backward. You are resting entirely in the heart of now. The fire whispers softly and then grows quiet. The stars outside continue their watch, but their light grows hazier, dimmer, dreamlike. The bed, the berth, the chair, whichever you chose now, holds you not just in body, but in spirit. It has become part of you. You and it are one. Stillness itself. All is calm. All is well. Let go. Drift deeper. You are safe. You do not need to move. You do not need to listen. You do not need to remember. The night itself is carrying you now, slowly, gently, endlessly, toward the deepest rest. All is calm. All is well. Let go. Drift deeper. You are safe. Now that the story has slowed and the journey has folded itself into memory, all that remains is the gentle embrace of rest. You are here in this stillness, and the night holds you with infinite patience. Every part of you has been prepared for this moment. Every thought has been softened, every sound hushed. The body is heavy in the best way. The mind is light and unburdened. The spirit is calm and steady. You are safe here, deeply safe, surrounded by comfort and ease. Take another slow breath, inhaling peace as it enters, exhaling the day as it dissolves like mist. With every breath, you drift deeper. With every breath, you are carried further into the softness of night. There is no need to think, no need to move, no need to hold on to anything. The world has let go of you, and you have let go of the world. In return, the blanket lies across you with perfect weight, grounding you yet freeing you at the same time. The surface beneath you supports you completely, every curve and line of your body resting in balance. Your body does not need to try, does not need to adjust. Comfort is already here. Ease is already surrounding you. Your shoulders have surrendered their burdens, your arms and hands are still. Your legs have given in to the quiet heaviness of sleep. Your chest rises and falls like the gentlest tide, steady, smooth, unhurried. Breath after breath carries you deeper into silence, deeper into peace. Your mind grows softer now, as though wrapped in a silken cloth. Thoughts may appear at the edges, but they float by without weight, without insistence, without demand. Arrive gently, and then they leave gently, dissolving like clouds drifting across a wide and endless sky. You are not chasing them. You are not holding them. You are simply watching them drift away, leaving the sky of your mind open, clear, calm. That openness is your resting place. That openness is your peace. The night itself seems to lean closer, filling the room with silence that is not empty, but full. It is full of protection, full of ease, full of the steady heartbeat of the universe. You are not separate from this silence. You are surrounded by it. You are held by it. You are part of it. It wraps around you like a cocoon, soft yet strong, keeping you safe, keeping you steady, carrying you ever closer to dream. And if you wish, you can imagine the sound of the ocean now, its waves moving endlessly, in and out, in rhythm with your breath. Inhale, the tide flows in, gathering calmness and carrying it to you. Exhale, the tide flows out, carrying away the last remnants of the day. Inhale, the sea gathers you. Exhale, the sea releases you. Over and over, without pause, without effort, the ocean carries you. The ocean rocks you gently into sleep. Or perhaps it is the fire you hear instead, glowing in the hearth, flames bending slowly as they consume the last wood. The sound is not sharp or loud, but soft and steady, like the sighs of a friend watching over you. The embers breathe with you, glowing and fading in rhythm with your chest. Every crackle is reassurance. Every small pop is a promise. The fire is telling you, you are warm, you are safe, you are home. You can fall asleep to the gentle crackle of the fire, letting its heat wrap around you, letting it follow you into your dreams. Your body no longer requires your attention. It has taken over the work of rest. Your heart beats calmly, your lungs breathe smoothly, your muscles are unknotted and loose. You are not in control now, because you do not need to be. The night has taken over for you. You are being guided. You are being held. You are being carried. The night stretches wide around you, vast and eternal. Stars beyond the window glow patiently, shining without hurry, shining without demand. They simply are, and their being is enough. They keep their watch as you drift, and as they do, you are free to surrender completely. You are free to let go. You are free to rest. Your mind floats now like a leaf on still water. The water carries it, moving steadily, without need for direction. You do not have to guide it. You do not have to steer. You simply float, and the water does the rest. The current knows the way. The water knows the destination. You float toward dream, toward silence, toward infinite peace. If you find yourself still half awake, half asleep, know that this is enough. This space between waking and dreaming is soft, wide, and safe. You can linger here for as long as you wish, resting on the threshold, unhurried, unbothered. Even here, you are resting. Even here, you are healing. Even here, you are whole. The chair, the bed, the berth, whatever shape holds you now has become a cocoon molded around you perfectly. It carries your weight without strain. It holds you so securely that falling is impossible. The air itself feels as though it is shaped for you. Warm where you need warmth, cool where you need coolness. Nothing is missing. Nothing is wrong. Everything is whole. Everything is exactly as it should be. Your breath is slower still, deeper still. Each inhale fills you with serenity. Each exhale releases the last traces of tension. Inhale, the body receives peace. Exhale, the body empties of all weight. Breath after breath, you are lighter. Breath after breath, you are freer. Breath after breath, you are timeless. The night has no end, only softness. The stars do not fade. The ocean does not tire. The fire does not go out. They remain with you, companions of the night, faithful and constant. They carry you across the threshold into dream, okay? And you do not need to notice when it happens. You do not need to know the exact moment waking becomes sleeping. It will happen on its own, naturally, gently, beautifully. The body knows, the breath knows, the night knows. Let yourself go now, completely. Let yourself surrender to what is already happening. The day has ended. The night is yours. Rest is here. Peace is here. Sleep is here. You are calm. You are safe. You are ready to sleep. Feel the blanket across you, its weight grounding you. Feel the bed beneath you, its support unshakable. Feel the air around you, its stillness, patient and kind. Feel the rhythm of your breath, unhurried, perfect. These are your companions now. These are your guardians. They do not leave. They do not fade. They remain until you are fully gone to dream. Imagine now the fire crackling one last time, its embers sighing, its glow fading into soft shadow. Imagine now the sea continuing its endless hush, the tide coming in, the tide flowing out, rocking you into infinity. Imagine now the stars above keeping their silent vigil, countless lights glowing in the endless dark. These are the last things you carry as sleep takes you: warmth, rhythm, light. That is all, and it is enough. The time for thought has ended. The time for effort has ended. The time for holding has ended. What remains is rest. What remains is peace. What remains is the simplest truth of the night. You are calm, you are safe, you are ready to sleep, and so you drift, breath by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat, deeper and deeper into the quietest part of yourself. The night folds itself around you, the stars remain, the ocean continues. The fire whispers its last, and you, calm and safe, surrender fully to sleep.
you.